Just one day after Jin, the eldest member of BTS, was spotted at Gimpo International Airport departing for Japan to kick off his long-awaited solo tour, #Seokjin_EP_Japan. Fans were sent into a frenzy when Jungkook, the group's youngest member, was seen making his way through Incheon International Airport, also bound for Tokyo. What was initially believed to be a solo spotlight moment for Jin has now taken an unexpected turn. Jungkook's surprise airport appearance, dressed in a casual black hoodie and bucket hat, was caught by fans and reporters alike. Despite efforts to stay low-key, the BTS magne was recognized by armies immediately and the rumor mill kicked into high gear. Social media exploded within hours. The #, Jungkook in Japan trended worldwide, with fans speculating whether Jungkook might be making a guest appearance during Jin's Japan tour stop. Some fans suggested that the two could perform a special duet or share a segment on stage. Others floated the idea that Jungkook, known for being deeply supportive of his Hyungs, might simply be traveling to cheer on Jin behind the scenes. "If Jungkook shows up during Jin's performance even for 1 second, I will cry," one fan tweeted. "This is giving emotional brotherhood energy again," posted another. The timing of Jungkook's travel has only added fuel to the theories. Jin's first concert in Japan is set for July 5th in Osaka, and Jungkook's arrival a day earlier has made many wonder if it's more than just a coincidence. With no official schedule announced for Jungkook during this period, fans and media outlets are watching closely. Adding to the intrigue is Big Hit Music's silence on the matter. As of now, the label has made no comment regarding Jungkook's travel plans or any potential collaboration with Jin during the tour. That silence, however, has only deepened the excitement. This wouldn't be the first time BTS members showed up unannounced to support one another. During Suga's solo tour last year, Jin, shortly after his military discharge, was spotted backstage at the Seoul stop. The group's dynamic of quiet loyalty and mutual admiration has always been a hallmark of their bond, and fans have come to expect the unexpected when it comes to BTS. For Jin, this tour marks a major milestone. After completing his military service in June 2024 and keeping a relatively low profile aside from his role in the Paris Olympics torch relay, the #Seokjin_EP tour signals his full return to the stage as a soloist. The tour is expected to span multiple countries, including Japan, Thailand, the US, and several cities across Europe. His departure from Gimpo was met with a large crowd of fans. Despite the early morning hours, Jungkook, meanwhile, has been pursuing solo activities of his own, including his 2023 album Golden and several successful global performances. While many believed he might be taking a brief rest period, his unexpected flight to Japan has proven otherwise and reignited fans' hopes for spontaneous moments between the two beloved BTS members. Whether Jungkook's trip ends in a joint performance, a backstage appearance, or simply heartfelt support behind the scenes, one thing is clear: the bond between Jin and Jungkook continues to shine. On stage or off, anticipation builds toward Jin's first Japanese show tomorrow. Armies around the world will be watching with bated breath, asking the same question: is Jungkook just a supportive brother, or is something bigger about to unfold? As the countdown to Jin's Osaka concert continues, fans are now closely monitoring every possible hint of Jungkook's involvement. Photos of fans arriving at Jin's rehearsal venue began circulating on Korean and Japanese fan platforms late last night, with some claiming to have caught a glimpse of a figure resembling Jungkook entering the backstage area, masked, hooded, and flanked by staff. Though the images remain blurry and unconfirmed, they've only heightened the growing buzz. Japanese media outlets have also picked up on the story, with Oricon News publishing an article titled, "Jungkook Arrives in Japan, Special Appearance for Jin's Concert." While the report remained speculative, it highlighted the rarity of two BTS members overlapping during solo promotions, especially with the group's full comeback scheduled for later this year. Back home, Korean entertainment analysts weighed in on what this moment could mean in the broader BTS narrative. Culture critic Seo Youngmin remarked in a radio interview, "Jin's tour represents his personal artistry, but Jungkook's presence suggests something deeper, a statement about unity." Even in their solo eras, BTS is never truly apart. This kind of support speaks louder than any press release. Indeed, fans have long noted the special relationship between Jin and Jungkook, one that balances playfulness and emotional depth. From their earliest variety show interactions to more recent moments, such as Jungkook tearing up during Jin's military send-off, their dynamic has resonated deeply with armies. Now, with Jin stepping confidently into his solo spotlight, it's meaningful that Jungkook, the youngest, might be there beside him. If not on stage, then in spirit. Meanwhile, Big Hit Music remains tight-lipped, refusing to confirm or deny anything. The official press kit for Jin's Japan concert contains no mention of guest performers. But in typical BTS fashion, that might just be part of the surprise. The group has always thrived on emotional spontaneity rather than flashy announcements. One online fan theory even suggests that Jungkook might debut a short duet with Jin as a symbolic passing of the torch, representing the transition from Jin's solo tour kickoff to the eventual reunion of BTS as Seven. Whether symbolic or literal, the concept is compelling. The oldest and youngest, once again bridging generations of BTS history, and then there are those who believe the moment is more personal than planned. Maybe Jungkook just wants to see his Hyung do what he loves on a big stage as a solo artist. One fan commented on Weverse, "That's what family does." With the Osaka concert just hours away, all eyes are now on that stage. Will Jungkook appear during the encore? Will they share a song, a glance, a hug, or will he remain in the wings, watching, smiling, quietly cheering as Jin commands the spotlight? No matter what happens tonight, the emotional thread tying these two artists remains unbroken. Whether as global superstars or simply brothers in arms, Jin and Jungkook continue to embody the spirit of BTS, humble, heartfelt, and always full of surprises. And in that unspoken connection, fans are finding something just as powerful as any song, the promise that even as individuals, they'll never walk alone. As the sun sets over Osaka and the venue lights begin to glow, the atmosphere is electric, not just because it marks the official start of Jin's solo tour, but because fans are collectively holding their breath for what might become a historic BTS moment. Outside the arena, crowds have gathered with banners reading "Run Seokjin, We're With You" and "Jungkook Forever," blending the joy of a solo celebration with the possibility of reunion. Inside, fans have already picked up on small details that might confirm Jungkook's presence. Eagle-eyed armies shared photos of a black van arriving through a restricted artist entrance, followed by a staff member carrying what appears to be a garment bag with the initials JK on the tag. Whether it was deliberate or a slip, the hint was enough to send fan communities into overdrive. Even before Jin took the stage, fan chants for both Jin and Jungkook echoed through the venue. Some fans brought Jungkook-themed lightsticks, hoping for a surprise collaboration. As anticipation peaked, local news outlets in Osaka began reporting that additional security had been deployed, not for crowd control, but reportedly to escort an unnamed high-profile guest through the backstage area. As Jin finally emerged on stage, the cheers were deafening. Dressed in a crisp white suit adorned with silver embellishments, he smiled with the calm confidence of a veteran performer. For the first half of the concert, he delivered a mix of his solo tracks, including The Astronaut, Moon, and several new unreleased songs, each met with overwhelming enthusiasm, but it was the encore that held the most emotional weight. When the first notes of Epiphany began playing, Jin's signature ballad that speaks to self-love and quiet strength, the arena collectively held its breath. And then it happened. From stage right, a second spotlight flickered on. There stood Jungkook, dressed in all black, mic in hand. The crowd erupted. Without a word, Jungkook walked slowly toward Jin, who had momentarily paused mid-verse, a mixture of surprise and affection flashing across his face. As if they had rehearsed it 1,000 times, Jungkook joined in for the second verse, harmonizing effortlessly with Jin's rich vocals. The two stood side by side, eyes locked briefly, one smiling softly, the other blinking back tears. Fans cried. Some screamed. Others simply stood in stunned silence, realizing they were witnessing a moment that would be remembered for years to come. After the song, Jin turned to Jungkook and spoke into the mic. He said he wouldn't come. "I guess he lied," Jin joked, voice trembling slightly. Jungkook grinned. "I said I wouldn't perform. I didn't say I wouldn't be here." The crowd laughed, cried, and chanted their names in unison. Jin then added, more seriously, "Thank you for coming, really. It means everything." What followed was a brief but heartfelt hug. Brothers, not just bandmates, standing together not because they had to, but because they wanted to. And just like that, Jungkook exited the stage, raising one hand to wave to the crowd as if to say, "This is Jin's moment." He never overshadowed